From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Brian Todd with today's voice briefing. It's Monday, July 20th, 2026.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Keith Matheny. To look at the tree-lined residential neighborhood on Louise Avenue in Dowagiac, a city of about 5,700 residents in southwest Michigan, it appears quiet, tranquil, small-town Michigan. But looks can be deceiving. In recent years, those living on this otherwise unbusy street have an unwelcome permanent companion: noise. It's a droning, high-pitched, whining, almost constant noise coming from a data center that opened in recent years at a nearby former factory site. The owner, Las Vegas-based Hyperscale Data Incorporated, has been running a Bitcoin mining operation, and in the more than 600,000 square foot facility there, it's now transitioning into AI cloud computing and robotics. Neighbors say the near-constant droning noise causes them headaches, ringing in their ears, and dizziness. They can't go outside and enjoy their property, and they're worried about their property values. The city enacted a noise ordinance earlier this year, and Hyperscale Data Center has already violated it. Fed-up neighbors have now filed a class-action lawsuit against the company in federal court, alleging nuisance and loss of property values. Hyperscale officials say they will work with the city and neighbors on the noise issues and have offered to buy out the homeowners on Louise Avenue closest to them.
I'm Sue Selasky, Detroit Free Press food and restaurant writer. Don't eat Taco Bell lettuce in 5 states. That's the latest urgent warning from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, or the FDA, because of the multi-state Cyclospora outbreak. Taco Bell issued a statement on Thursday evening of July 16th, saying it would remove, quote, potentially impacted lettuce from its U.S. supply chain amid a growing outbreak of cyclosporiasis. Public health investigators have been working to identify the source of the parasite gastrointestinal disease that's sickened more than 5,000 people in Michigan alone. The FDA warned that shredded iceberg lettuce from Mexico served at Taco Bell restaurants in 5 states are likely tied to the current outbreak. Quote, consumers should avoid eating shredded iceberg lettuce from Mexico at Taco Bell locations in Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan, Ohio, and West Virginia, the FDA says. The FDA said additional states may be added to its advisory, and not all Taco Bell locations in those 5 states received the implicated product. Public health investigators have tied infections in more than 1,600 people in those 5 states after exposure to food from Taco Bell, according to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The FDA is working with the identified supplier to determine whether potentially contaminated shredded iceberg lettuce remains on the market.
I'm Frank Witzel with the Detroit Free Press. 3 of Michigan's largest electric utilities, DTE Energy, Consumers Energy, and Indiana Michigan Power Company, are under investigation by the State Public Service Commission. The Commission's announcement on Thursday followed public outrage from customers and elected officials and reports from the Free Press, the latest of which noted there were about 1,200 complaints against Detroit-based DTE alone after violent storms on July 3rd, knocking out power to more than 750,000 customers statewide. More recently, an outage affected nearly 8,000 DTE customers on Wednesday, as Michigan now faces intense heat and is blanketed with soot and ash as Canadian wildfires send it wafting through the air. The dense smoke is affecting air quality and has canceled and rescheduled events and closed businesses. Michigan utility customers deserve reliable service, prompt restoration after storm events, and accurate information on how long outages will last when they do happen, Commission Chairman Dan Scripps said on Thursday. We share the frustrations about the outages and the utilities' response to them. He added that extreme weather events in Michigan have become increasingly common. The commission, which regulates energy companies, said it received more than 1,500 customer complaints about the 3 utilities' responses to the storms. Many customers, it added, were frustrated with inaccurate outage restoration estimates and how long it took to restore service given the dangerous heat and humidity. But while power has been restored to many, some are still out.
Find more from the Detroit Free Press on freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thanks for listening, and you'll hear more from us tomorrow.